again, I'll gut you like a fish.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Behold! Fish boy!
This is my boomstick!
Red rum.
Garbage day!
We'll tear your soul apart.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Hail, Radma.
All right, welcome back to the Three from Hell podcast. I'm Sam. I'm joined by Anthony Tony Boomhauer and Michael Melee Hellbot.
That's what they call me at McDonald's.
Yeah. And tonight, as we are nearing midnight, we just finished watching Halloween from 2018.
Oh my god, it's so peak.
Reboot, new trilogy, franchise, sequel thing.
Trilogy.
Oh yeah, sorry. It was actually the end of the franchise. Such a great
it was
ending to the
only a
franchise.
singular movie.
But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the details. Halloween 2018 was directed by David Gordon Green. It was written by Jeff Radley, Danny McBride, and David Gordon Green. Cinematography done by Michael Simmons. Very good job, Michael.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Editing was... I was waiting for it. Editing was done by Tim Alverson. Here you go, Tony. Music was done by John Carpenter, Cody Carpenter, and Daniel Davies.
Yeah.
Your production companies are Miramax, Blumhouse Productions, Trancas International, and Rough House Pictures. So we have two new production companies involved with this one. And a new distributor, no longer Dimension. We are with Universal for the first time since Halloween 2.
Pretty good.
Halloween 3.
No Weinstein.
So yeah, back with Universal, and definitely did something good, because holy shit.
Holy fuck.
All right. This film was released on October 19th, 2018, with a runtime of 106 minutes. This film had a budget of $10 million, and it brought in...
That was it?
It brought in $259.9 million at the box.
Chad, is this real? What are you talking about? Halloween 2018's budget was $10 million?
$10 million. It brought in nearly $260 million.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you were wrong.
Cast includes Christopher Allen Nelson as Officer Francis, Charlie Benton as Officer Richards, Omar Dorsey as Sheriff Barker,
10 million, wow.
Michael Harity as Warner Kuhneman, Drew Sheed as Oscar, Miles Robbins as Dave, Dylan Arnold as Cameron, Virginia Gardner as Vicky, Toby Huss as Ray Nelson, Jefferson Hall as Aaron, the podcaster, Rian Rees as Dana, the other podcaster, Will Patton as Deputy Frank Hawkins. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. I don't even know who this is. Okay, that's not even an important character in this film, so I'm just going to get rid of that.
What?
Nick Castle as Michael Myers.
What is he?
Oh, the Shape, sorry.
Yes.
James Jude. So Nick Castle was the unmasked version of the Shape, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he does. He might do. I feel like this might be wrong. I might be talking out of my ass. I think he's also when he's in the window for the mirror shot.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that fact. That's him.
But for every other run under the mask, it is James Jude Courtney as the
And
Shape.
he kills it.
Andy Matichak. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I'm so sorry. As Allison, she did a great job. I will find out how to pronounce her last name before we get to the next film. Sophia Miller as young Karen, and speaking of Karen, we have Judy Greer playing Karen, and Jamie Lee Curtis returns once again in this franchise to reprise her role as Laurie Strode.
Okay, sorry, I have to take us back like 5 minutes.
Okay,
dude.
Okay.
This is disrespect I see with horror. Look at what they accomplished in this movie, and it's a Halloween movie. Michael fucking Myers, $10 million. Harold and the Purple Crayon had $40 million budget. What are we budgeting movies with? Who's getting money here? Dude, even Halloween Ends had the most budget out of the trilogy, and it got $33 million. It was still less than Harold and the Purple Crayon. Who's got the money out here, and how do I have some?
It's fucked up.
God, I would love some money.
All right, back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's your turn now, Tony.
Oh shit! All right. What if Michael's at Hawk 2 in this movie? That's crazy.
What?
All right, let's go to some fun facts.
Cool.
I mean, we've already kind of said some randomly, but John Carpenter's son helped with some of the music. I'm just gonna shout the fucking goddamn hunting Allison, the Shape Hunts Allison theme real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The violin bow on the guitar, peak. Sorry, I just had to get that out of the way.
Whole soundtrack is so good, genuinely.
The film's
so
producer in this movie, Malika Akkad, the son of Mustafa Akkad.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's Akkad being back in the franchise. I'm at least glad that went back to being a thing.
Squeak.
Yeah. Oh, the thing I say during the movie that I was like, I'll save till the pod is when they're at the gas station. It's a almost exact recreation of the Halloween 4 gas station, even with the ice box being there.
I knew it.
I'm so sorry not to cut you off, Tony. I didn't even credit the producers. Producers mentioned already: Malika Akkad, Jason Blum, and Bill Blocks. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. Continue.
That is a very important fact. Crazy fact here: Jake Gyllenhaal helped convince Jamie Lee Curtis to reprise her role because he's a family friend.
Interesting.
It's his fault. He hasn't showered though.
Thank you, Jake Gyllenhaal, for doing that because
became the highest-grossing Halloween film in its first opening weekend.
So it beat Rob Zombie's Halloween.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll let it happen. Michael Myers is 61 in this film. Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling IMDb. That's crazy. It's all right. Because you already know what the fuck is going on. We're back after 40 years, even though we were back after 20 years. We keep coming back every 20 years to do something.
H4O.
Halloween H4O.
That's a good name.
She said Jamie Lee was like she regretted returning to the series in Halloween Resurrection, which why she had herself killed. But then this, she was like, all right, nah, I respect coming back, which, to be honest, is a fair thing at the start. By the end, I don't know if that's the case. But apparently, hey, I will say Danny McBride made a good script for this. I don't think it kept, which is crazy. That's Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. Yeah, let's not brush over that too quick. It's Danny McBride. Like
every time I think about that, I'm like, it's not the same one, right? And it's the same one.
Yeah. If it's the guy that if you're listening and you're going, Danny McBride, the Danny McBride that I'm thinking of, yes,
it's that Danny McBride.
Him.
Which you'll see through this trilogy, they have a lot of theming that's very relevant to the topics in the world at the time, and I think this one was very related to. I think Me Too and cause it's like the Three Strode Women, which is I think it works very well, and it's good we do that because we had some Weinsteins near the film, so maybe we get that stink off the franchise. But I think the script worked very well, and it's crazy Danny McBride wrote it.
It is crazy fucked up.
That's my last fun fact.
He did a great fucking job, though. He did a really good job.
No, he did good. As we go on, I don't know if it'll be as good, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you mean does it keep going?
Maybe.
What do you mean?
This was the only one. Sorry, I thought they were going to make more.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to make more. So,
the trilogy could probably be pretty good, but this is a good end to the franchise.
It is.
Well, speaking of them shot digitally instead of film. Sorry.
Is that do you have any more, Tony?
No, I think that's it. I think wait, I have to look this up just because it's a thing. Is it the same neighborhood?
Yeah, that was a question that was asked.
In Halloween 2018.
Was asked by Michael.
Okay, never mind. It's Reddit and it's not helpful. I don't know. I think it might be. I think it's shot. Halloween was filmed from January to February in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, so it's definitely not the same place.
So not. So we
did a very good job. They did a very good job.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I thought so. They got
before Melee takes over the plot synopsis, let me go ahead and tell you, before we get into the spoilers, where you can watch Halloween 2018. You can watch it for free on Tubi. You can watch it on Peacock, Hulu, Sling TV, YouTube TV. You can rent it or buy it from wherever you rent or buy your movies, or you can subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/youdamnright for $1 a month and watch the absolute fucked up watch along that we will have posted up on the Patreon for this film.
We enhanced it.
Yeah, you can say that. Something was enhanced. And with that said, from here on out, there will be spoilers for Halloween 2018. Bailey, take it away.
Spoiler.
Synapses.
That was it. That was the synopsis.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to the From Hell podcast.
See you next week.
Come on, you're distracting me, Samuel.
Sorry about that.
It's me, Samuel.
Samuel.
Thump. It's 11:41 p.m.
Thump.
Oh no, that's for later.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All right. Thank God it's only one movie.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh. All right, Justin, I know you're not here to talk about.
Jabril Nantambu played Julian Morrissey, who is the little kid who's being babysat. I forgot to include him.
Oh no,
in
he's
that.
the goat. He's the
The
goat.
best character in the franchise.
All right, Melee, take it away.
All right. All right.
Holy
All right.
Holy fuck.
They're still locked. The plot synopsis is Michael's corny, bro. That's it.
Oh my god. All right, Melee, take it away.
All right. 40 years after the Haddonfield murders in 1978, two journalists, Aaron Curry and Dana Haynes, traveled to Smith Grove Sanitarium to interview Michael Myers, or Freaky Myers,
Somebody gonna mess my freak.
who was captured after Dr. Samuel Loomis shot him off the Doyle House balcony at the end of the movie,
Real.
the first movie, 1978.
Yeah.
Dr. Rambir Sartain, Michael's new psychiatrist, after Dr. Loomis's death, informs them that Michael is able to speak, but chooses not to. Dana records the event as Aaron approaches Michael and talks to him, but fails to get him to speak, even after showing him the mask and mentioning Laurie Strode.
You're so
Then it cuts.
eloquent with your words, Bailey. I don't know how you think of all these.
The two journalists leave Smith Grove Sanitarium and drive to Laurie's house, a heavily fortified and decrepit homestead, and bribe her for an interview, which she reluctantly accepts. Laurie has spent the last 40 years dealing with post-traumatic stress.
He's laughing. Why you laughing, Speed? Why you laughing?
For freakies that never returned. Her feelings have resulted in two failed marriages, one to Tony, and losing custody of her daughter Karen at a young age. Aaron and Dana tell Laurie their interest in finding out why Michael committed the murders in 1978, which is only like 5 people. I don't know why anyone cares.
What the fuck, guys? Calm down. Jesus.
Get over it.
And ask her to meet with him in a final attempt to get him to speak before he's transferred to a maximum security prison.
You in the
Laurie
jail.
kicks them out. Kicks them out of her house, but not before taking the money they offered.
Real.
As the transport is being prepared and patients are loaded onto the bus, Dr. Sartain insists on accompanying Freaky and the bus departs.
Come on, dude.
In Haddonfield, Laurie's granddaughter and Karen's daughter, Allison, is walking to school with two friends and tells them the stress that her family endures due to her grandmother's past, and debunks the town rumor that Michael is Laurie's brother. So that's a retcon right there. In class, Allison looks out the window to see Laurie watching her. She meets with her grandmother, who gives her the $3,000 from Aaron and Dana and tells her to have fun. During a family dinner at Karen's house, Laurie arrives and has a panic attack, and Allison comforts her. Meanwhile, the bus transport crashed in a ditch. The security guards were killed, and the inmates were scattered about.
You're telling me the bus carrying Michael Myers fucking crashed?
A man and his son driving down the road happen upon the bus and investigate.
Kids
While the
smoke
father
cigarettes.
disappears, his son grabs a rifle, because this is America, from the truck and encounters a fatally wounded security guard that tells him to run.
All this is after that kid smokes 13 cartons of Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, that was a deleted scene in
His right hand cannon.
Rob Zombie director's cut.
Mm-hmm. He investigates the Jeepers Creepers 2 bus and is startled by Dr. Sartain.
He said, "Don't shoot!" Shoots him.
Yeah, he confused him for the director of Jeepers Creepers. Shooting him in the shoulder accidentally.
So shot him in the head.
Fleeing back to the truck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Fleeing back to the truck, he calls the police. Michael appears from the backseat and kills him. Michael kills a kid, confirmed.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just
Real shit.
strangled that little shit.
We're so back. Feeling is returned.
Yeah. Cinema's back. The following morning, Sheriff Frank Hawkins explains to a deputy that Freaky Myers escaped the transport and will most certainly return to Haddonfield to finish what he started 4 decades prior.
Never letting you back on
Somebody
here ever
gonna
again.
match this freak.
Aaron and Dana arrive at the gas station. Dana leaves Aaron to use the bathroom, or the loo as they say, while he goes inside to pay for the gas. With the inside of the station deserted, he stumbles upon a dead mechanic missing his overalls.
Fucked him to death. I don't know what happened there.
You gotta watch the Patreon watch line to get the full story.
Cashier's jaw was ripped open.
Dude, what ripped his jaw open?
You can't tell them. You can't tell them. They gotta subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, you'll have to figure that one out.
Meanwhile,
pay for
Freaky
that
attacks
story.
Dana in the bathroom. And when Aaron arrives to save Dana, Freaky kills him by backing him into the door. Killing him before strangling Dana to death. Freaky inspects their vehicle and recovers his mask, putting it on. Laurie learns about the transport crash and breaks into Karen's house to demonstrate her lack of security.
Oh my god, I can't stop.
After a brief argument around Freaky
Killing
with
Tony.
Karen and her
You're
husband,
killing Tony. You gotta stop. You're killing him.
Laurie leaves and heads to the gas station in time to witness the bodies of Aaron and Dana being recovered. On Halloween night, Freaky wanders a popular street in Haddonfield.
That's how casually you're saying it.
Literally, family.
Get him to his power.
He finds his way into a shed behind the house, which I will say, one of the best shot scenes of the entire
We all
franchise.
thought it said BBC and it said 3:30.
It definitely did say BBC. I refuse to believe it said
well,
3:30.
I'm still digging it. He finds his way into a shed behind the house and takes a hammer before going inside to kill the sole occupant.
Kill with hammers.
He replaces the hammer with a kitchen knife and moves to the house next door, killing another woman by stabbing the knife to her throat.
He fucking
Allison-
smacks her head off the fucking back of the chair.
It's kind of misogynistic, to be honest. Anyway, Allison is at a school-sanctioned Halloween party with her friends and receives a call from Vicky inviting her to come over once Julian, the kid she's babysitting, falls asleep.
When the goat sleeps.
Allison gets into an altercation with her boyfriend Cameron, who throws her phone because he cheated. Dumbass. Just as Laurie was calling to warn her to go home. At Julian's house, he tells Vicky that he saw a masked man standing in the doorway, but Vicky dismisses it as his imagination and puts Julian to bed as her boyfriend, Dave, arrives. As Vicky checks the closet at Julian's request, she opens the door and is attacked by Freaky, who was hiding inside. Julian flees the house and calls the police.
Hit him in the head with the door.
We never see him again. Laurie, patrolling the streets in her truck, hears the dispatch call on her CB radio and hurries to the house where Sheriff Hawkins is investigating. He finds Vicky's corpse and Laurie shoots Freaky through a window.
You gotta stop. You gotta
Only to
stop.
find out.
She shoots him in the eye, bro.
Laurie and Hawkins patrol behind the neighboring house and find Freaky. Laurie shoots him, but she turns the corner. Freaky is gone.
I'm gonna fucking end you, dude. You gotta stop.
Allison ditches her boyfriend at the party and allows her friend Oscar to walk her home. Allison rejects his advances and Oscar lags behind, spotting Freaky watching him. Oscar tries to escape but is caught in a fence and Michael impales him. Fuck.
Who?
Yeah, he impaled one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Freaky.
Freaky Friday, bitch.
Yeah. Allison turns back and finds Oscar's body and is chased by Freaky before finding a refuge in a neighboring home. Cameron and Ray arrive at Laurie's fortified home and wait for Allison to arrive. Hawkins encounters Dr. Sartain and in turn finds Allison during the search for Michael. Finding Michael, Hawkins runs him over with a police SUV, Ben Tremor style, yeah, and gets out of the vehicle to shoot Michael at point blank range. Despite Dr. Sartain's protest, Dr. Sartain stabs Hawkins in the throat with a blade hidden inside of a pen and kills him.
And he runs him over with a car.
Yeah. before taking Michael's mask and trying it on. Dr. Sartain loads Michael into the back of the vehicle with Allison and drives to Laurie's house, intent on reuniting them. Freaky regains consciousness and reclaims his mask, and Allison informs Dr. Sartain that Freaky spoke to her. Distracted by demanding to know what Freaky said, Freaky breaks through the security barrier, forces Dr. Sartain out of the vehicle and stomps on his head. Say something, as Allison flees on foot.
Say something. Something.
Ray steps outside to offer coffee to the police officers stationed outside Laurie's house.
Oh yeah, that's a fun fact. Those cops were the special effects artists.
Yep.
I forgot to mention that. You already know that.
Awesome.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would already know
Freaky
that if you
appears
had watched
behind
the
Ray and
picture
strangles
all
him.
along.
Yeah.
Fuck you for disrupting me. Freaky appears behind Ray and strangles him. Laurie alerts Karen to Freaky's arrival and sends her to the station as she locks and barricades the front door. Freaky breaks through the glass panels of the door and attacks Laurie, who escapes by shooting Freaky's hands with a shotgun. Fingers, forcing him to retreat. Laurie patrols her house room by room and seals each room off with security gates. Laurie encounters Freaky upstairs. Allison arrives as Laurie and Freaky stab each other and witnesses Laurie fall from the balcony. When she investigates, Laurie is gone and Allison makes her way into the safe room with Karen, who alerts Freaky. As he appears, Karen
starts fucking the countertop
and stuns him.
Michael was fucking the countertop.
Oh yeah, that was hot. Laurie appears from the Laurie appears from the shadows. One of the best sequences.
Oh, great job.
I will give them head.
Laurie
appears from the shadows Laurie appears from the shadows and attacks Freaky, sending him tumbling down the steps into the safe room.
Dude, but this is actually the movie Trap.
Yeah. Karen and Allison leave the safe room, but Freaky regains consciousness and grabs Karen's ankles. Allison stabs Freaky with his own knife and the two escape the room. Laurie flips a switch and metal bars spring into place, barricading the exit and trapping Freaky in a safe room.
This house is actually a trap from Michael Myers.
Yeah. But not for Freaky Myers.
Oh shit!
Laurie lights a flare, tosses it to the bars, setting the room ablaze with Freaky in it. Laurie, Karen, and Allison escape as the house is engulfed in flames and hitch a ride in the back of a pickup truck coming down the road. The three women embrace as they're taken to safety. The end.
Dude, what a freaky little fucking movie.
All right, before we move forward, before we get to the critic scores, let's go ahead. Let's address the obvious. What the fuck just happened? This is genuinely a good movie. It's genuinely very
good.
Here's the fucking issue, though. This is film 9, 10 in this fucking franchise. Dude, we're so tired of watching Halloween movies.
No, this is the freakiest Michael's been.
It really is, though. It really is.
No, but probably Halloween 6, where he's trying to fucking inseminate his. Yeah, that's probably worse. But like, he was fucking that. He was fucking that kitchen island.
Just look. Just don't take. Just watch the movie's actually really good. We're gonna give our reviews in a second, but don't take us fucking making jokes and shit as this movie sucked, because it didn't. But
no, he'll lose his freak factor in the next couple films.
We gotta fucking find a way to make this fucking franchise fun, dude. We've been watching this shit for so long.
It's only gonna get worse from this.
Dude, we started recording this in May. It's September. We're still watching these fucking movies, dude.
Oh my god.
All right,
especially
anyway.
this week.
What?
Yo.
Oh my god, I just thought about the fucking... Alright, yeah, you're right. Anyway. So, Justin's not here, so I'm taking his job this week.
Goddamn, they took our jobs.
We're gonna get into the... what the people think of Halloween 2018 before we give our reviews. So, Halloween 2018 has a 79% score on Rotten Tomatoes for the critics, and the audience gave it a 72%, so this is up quite a bit over the last few films that we have seen. We got a few top critic reviews to go through real quick. This one is a score of 2 out of 4. The review reads, as a horror comedy, it's not scary enough or funny enough. I don't...
As a what?
I think you watched the wrong movie.
I mean, it's a horror comedy.
Yeah. Let's see. This one's a 2 out of 5. While the lack of originality is troubling, the lack of scares is an even bigger problem. What?
What the fuck?
9 out of 10. We finally have a new Halloween movie that moves the franchise forward and respects its legacy.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a 4 out of 5. This is our last critic review. Green manages something that is both a tribute to and an evolution of the 1978 classic, with moments designed to create resonances that are not just reenactment, but part of the bigger theme of trauma-causing scars. A 4 out of 5. I had a fucking stroke reading that because it was written so shitty.
Yeah, come on, behave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stop stroking that shit, bro.
Yeah, sorry about that. Audience reviews. This one's a 5 out of 5. This movie is so well done that the horror genre is enhanced. Then there is terrific writing, directing, and acting. Which is better, the original or this? I'm going to watch the 1978 film again and see what I think.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a 3 out of 5. This is a slasher movie. The plot was pretty weak, although the action scenes were of high quality in production. If you're a horror movie fiend, then this is definitely a good watch, but if you're someone who has high quality taste in movies and plot, then just pass this one up. Sure. Okay. 1.5 out of 5. This is a bit of a lengthy one. This film is kind of bad. This film is watchable, and there are some decent enough kills and gore, but the characters are annoying and stupid. The film tries to take itself seriously, but it treats its characters like they're in a cartoon. This makes for a very frustrating watch, as it shouldn't be hard to take such an iconic villain and put him up against some logical thinking normal people, but still have him get the upper hand in a smart and creative way.
These feel like reviews of a different movie.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I could see this for later entries if they made them in this trilogy, if they made a trilogy. But like this one,
what trilogy?
No one feels like a cartoon. I don't know about that one.
I had to. This one is just so fucking funny to me. I'm gonna copy and paste it and put it in the
peanut butter on my
too.
peanuts.
This is a 1-star review posted on May 9th, 2024. This movie was bad. Smiley face. Ha. And our last audience review, I didn't have that one actually written down. I had to go back and find it because I remembered it while I was reading through these. This one is the antithesis of every other review that we have ever read for any Halloween sequel. 4.5 out of 5. Best sequel in the franchise by a lot. Good story fleshed out from the beginning. Nerve-tensing moments, and Myers is scary again like he was in the original Halloween.
What, did I write this? What the fuck?
Yeah. And that is all we've got for what the people think of the Rotten Tomatoes world. Tony.
Yeah?
What do you think of Halloween 2018?
Okay. So, without looking at any of the other Halloweens that we went over, I would have thought that this movie is probably my second favorite Halloween movie, because just when I've seen this in theaters, and it was cool to see a Halloween movie in theaters after all that time, but the way it goes back to the original and just follows after that, the kills, I think the way it's written, the way it's shot, the music, I think this is a really solid film, and it does a lot of things right. And my favorite thing that it does, that all the other movies started fucking up, and I've only realized they fucked up in more rewatching them, is they lose the essence of Michael Myers. They lose the idea of the shape. They lose the idea of evil incarnate. They lose that idea. And this shows that, he's just this guy and you lock him up, but he gets that mask. He is a killing machine. You can't stop him. And they'll only fucking fumble that as we keep going. But goddamn, in this movie, did they fucking do it perfect. And this is Michael Myers. This is evil. I think this was great. And I give my score? My score? Going back, I was thinking about this. It is going to be the same as my Rob Zombie Halloween score. I will give this an 8.5.
Okay.
It still can't beat Halloween 2 solely for the fact that Ben Tramer gets killed in that movie. Nothing will beat that movie.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and give mine because I feel like Melee is going to have more to say than I will. Because Tony basically just said everything that I was going to say.
I'd be doing that sometimes.
But surprisingly, did not mention the soundtrack to this film, which is...
I did a bit, but I should have went hard on it because it's so fucking good.
Beautifully well done. I will be listening to it for the next fucking week. And honestly, as weird as this sounds, the soundtrack in this film is best when there's the scene where Laurie is looking for Michael in the house, and there is
that's good.
No music whatsoever.
True.
It's completely dead silent. It's just the only sound is her moving around the room looking for him.
Because you don't really think of a soundtrack in a Halloween film. You'll get like the main theme and there's some whatever like ambiance, but this is like Laurie watching the bus when he's getting transported. The shape chases Allison. Those are like some of my favorite songs from this movie, and like they're so well scored.
Yeah, very well done. There was something else I was just about to say and I lost it.
My fault, OG. My fault.
Oh, the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere in this film is just so well done. I keep thinking back to when I saw it in theaters and just like certain parts of this, like the one I was just talking about with Laurie trying to find Michael, made me so uncomfortable because it was dead silence. It's just her moving around the room, and it's the only sound you get, and it's so well done. With that said, I will give Halloween 2018 a 9 out of 10.
That is fair.
Michael?
Time to give a different review. This may be my favorite
film
Halloween movie. This may be my favorite Halloween film in the franchise.
That's fair.
In many ways, how Robert Zombie was the perfect homage to the original. This is the spiritual successor of that original. In a way that I don't think many sequels to movies have done. It captures so much of the original while adding so much more by itself. And of course, they brought back Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Jamie Lee Curtis. And I think the story that they brought for this one was done so well. The generational trauma of these three women, and Michael being or Freaky rather, being the common denominator of all of them. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love this, and as much as I'm calling it Freaky Myers, this is probably the scariest that Michael has felt since the original.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Robert Zombie, like, there's
scary in a different way with Rob Zombie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robert Zombie, it's a bit more deliberate with how he frames his films. So, like, you can always, like, DiCaprio points there, like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. In this movie, it's a bit more subtle, but I think it still has, like, that same feeling that it gave me as watching the Robert Zombie films. And this is probably why it's my favorite.
You know what? Flippity floppity mode is back on. You know what? Just because I'm thinking of all the other Halloween films, Halloween 2 has a special place, but some of these movies get so goddamn dog shit. I got to give credit to the ones that are good. I will raise mine till a 9 as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like this movie a lot, and I think it only gets worse from here, so I got to give this one the credit it deserves.
Yes.
There you go.
And as Sam said, as Halloween 5 having one of the most amazing soundtracks of the franchise, this one too, it plays so perfectly that most horror movies, they tend to overuse the soundtrack to, I guess, dictate how you react to scenes.
Yeah.
This one, it complements the scenes without, like, being overbearing. And for me, I will give this a 10.
Wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And I think, being a 10, it's such a perfect way to end the franchise. I'm glad that they stuck to the ending.
Thank God.
Especially this being like 40 years after, like, the original.
Yeah, age 40.
Thank God.
All
We
right.
all love calling it age 40.
Song this is.
Yeah, great way to end the franchise. Next week we will be watching. This can't be right. Hang on.
Right? What is this?
1 second. Hang on a second.
Actually.
Okay, next week we're watching Halloween Kills, the
There's no
sequel
way.
to Halloween 2018.
When did they make this?
I have no fucking idea. I don't actually have.
It's a new thing that just come out. Just come out.
Let's see. Hang on.
There's a bit.
Maybe it might be a bit. I'm not sure. Let's see. Halloween Kills. Came out in 2021.
Holy fuck.
All right, well, that's
No.
what we're going to be watching next week. The follow-up to Halloween 2018.
Like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, well, will evil die that night?
Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, we're actually wrapping up the podcast before 1 a.m. this week. That's
It's a miracle.
I call that a fucking win. As always, as we're wrapping this up this week, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/udamn, You can watch this film with us. This watch along is a fucking nightmare. I don't even know how to describe it.
I think it's pretty good.
You'll understand the podcast more if you watch the movie with us. I'll say that much.
Somebody gonna match my
What you mean? I read the synopsis pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. You've read this.
Give us a follow on Spotify and Apple Podcast, and please leave us a review so you can pump our numbers up. We can get out to more people.
Pump your peanut butter.
We're about to be done with the Halloween franchise, which means we'll probably get better at doing this.
Hopefully.
We'll see about that.
Coming soon, Seed of Chucky.
Yeah,
give us a follow on Twitter at UDamnRightPod. That's where you get updates for the UDamn Right podcast and the 3 from Hell podcast. And also follow at P's and Q's Hub.
Yeah.
I don't know the sick freak that runs that page, but he is constantly posting our content with little previews for each episode that we post. So, yeah, go do that. And that's all I got. We're the 2 from Hell plus Michael this week. Justin's not feeling too well, so he took the night off. Sending him love. Hope he gets better. And we'll see you next time. I'm Sam.
I'm Tony. Oh, shit.
I'm waving, no hands.
I'm waving something.
We're the 3 from Hell. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next week.
He didn't say his name. He didn't say his fucking name.
Say your fucking name.
Say something. Say something.
I am Naked.
That's the only. He crushed his head. I crushed the director.
Thanks for that.
Something.
See you next week. Love you. Bye.